Hi, my friends. Who doesn't love flowers? In today's video, we're going to make all kinds of flowers out of paper and coffee filters and fabric and all kinds of things, and they last forever. Hi, I'm Bonnie Overman. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope my channel will inspire you to lead a more productive, creative, and stylish life at any age, always on a budget. You know, I'm 73, and the only reason I say that is because if I can do it, I know you can do it too at any age. I have confidence in you. I want to thank all my sweet friends, all my wonderful subscribers that take the time to watch my videos and then to comment. It just really, really means the world to me. You guys keep me going. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. You don't want to miss any of these different months. I have different themes, and then I do all the videos around their tablescaping, paper crafting, decor, tiered trays. I do quite a bit, and I'm starting to do some organizational videos also. And if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. It does help my channel. So what does paper, fabric, crepe paper, and coffee filters all have in common? You can make flowers out of them. Just about anything you have, you can make flowers out of. And so we are going to make all kinds of beautiful flowers today, and you can use these on pillows, on candles, on jars, on purses, on headbands. You can use these in decor, on tags and bags and cards and all kinds of things, and they never die. That's the only thing I don't like about fresh flowers. Then they start to wilt and die, and it makes me sad. These will make you happy all the time. Anyway, I hope you love this so much. I hope you get inspired, and we'll make some flowers to make you happy. And I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye. Welcome to my flower craft video. I have so many kinds of flowers to show you, and I'm sure one you're going to like, one of these different materials or methods. I want to start out of my little trunk. You guys know I really recommend, if you want to do decorating on a very small scale, to have a little trunk like this you can open up. You can see I keep Excelsior in there all the time. And you can do displays in there for the different seasons. And I think it's so cool if you put it on a buffet, a coffee table, a shelf, a kitchen island, or somewhere in your kitchen, or just anywhere, or a tiered tray. I think either one of those works so well. Of course, you have so much more leeway with this because you can put high things in there where you sometimes with a tiered tray you're more limited. Number one, my favorite flower that I buy every year are these little tea roses. You can see I have them in here. They come in like a bunch from Hobby Lobby, but I just wanted to show you, if you don't want to make any flowers, you can see on this piece, I just glued some of these flowers right here, and I have little lilacs on top. So I wanted to show you that. So if you don't want to make any of these, you can always buy some and glue them on and add some butterflies to it. Now, I want some of the flowers I have in here, I'm going to show you how to make. Now, this is a crepe paper flower. And all that is taking crepe paper and a cardboard base, and you gather it, hot glue it, gather it, hot glue it. You kind of pleat it as you go around, and then you get smaller pieces. You can see they're not as long this way, so they're shorter. And then in the center, I have a little tiny one with a jewel in it. I just think it's so cute. Here's flowers you can make if you don't have a flower punch. These are like little leaf shapes that you can put together. Of course, I do have a punched out flower here and a button with a jewel on it. Or if you have flower punches, you can make this type of a flower. You just layer it. I'm going to show you in just a minute how to make all of those. You can also make tags. See how I used that little jewel? I used a little bit more of that glittery ribbon, I guess it's called. And there's a flower made with leaves. And then here's a different one. If you don't want to do pastels, you can do all the earth tones too. It's up to you. You can make any color flower you want to. It's awesome. It's just amazing. I'm going to show you that in a minute. But first, we're going to look at all types of materials. You can almost use any material to make a flower, and let me show you. This first one I want to show you here, this is those colorful leis. Anyway, these are so pretty. Now you can make any color. You can make them all blue. You can make them all pink. And I just layered them. You can see here, some I kind of folded in quarters and glued them on just to make it look all different. You just don't want it all flat. And watch in July when I do my sea to shining sea, and I have all my underwater creatures. I use these to make those, and I'll show that to you at a later time. Look at this beautiful flower. This is made out of a coffee filter. Let me show you. Okay, so you can see here I start with any type of a piece of cardboard. Now I have tons of ribbon, so I have tons of these ribbon rolls when I'm done with them. And what I've done here, I'm going to take this out here. So what I've done here is I start with a base. So I take my coffee filter and I cut it like this, so just the edges are showing, and I kind of pleat it and just glue it around. You can see this is not the neatest thing to do, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but that's my outer petals. Then I take a piece like this. So it's a coffee filter folded in half. And by the way, these have been aged slightly with tea. And what I do is I just gather it up. You can see I gather it up here. There's the point. And I just stick it in the hole here. So there it is all put together. You can see how beautiful it looks. Coffee filter flowers. I had somebody give me a bunch of coffee filters. But anyway, those are the pieces I used. So now what about using scraps? I love these. Now these are more little fabric collages, I call them, or clusters. I don't know what to call them. I just kind of put together stuff I like. Anyway, starts with a little round of cardboard. Doesn't have to be round, can be square. And you just take all your scrap pieces, fabric, lace, tarp, twine, and just layer and layer it. This one I just absolutely love. And you can see there, well, you can't see it, but there's a piece of cardboard there. I kind of glued over it. But look at this. It's got toile. All your little scrappies is what's going to go in here. I've got pink tulle. I've got beige tulle. I got lace. Again, paint your buttons, whatever color you want, and put a jewel on them. And that is fabulous. Now, imagine this on the edge of a pillow, as a napkin ring, on a purse, as a brooch, on a gift. I mean, it just goes on and on, which you can do with these flowers or clusters or whatever you want to call them, okay? So all your fabric scraps. I'm going to show you in upcoming videos how I store my fabric scraps. I think that might be helpful for people. Bottom line, I never throw anything away. That's why I have so much stuff. Anyway, next I want to show you what you can do with twine and tarp. Okay, so what you do for most of these is you just make little, you go back and forth and tie them together. And once you make a bunch of these, now you can make it like a cross, and then you go this way, and you go any way you want to go, and you make this little cutie thing here. Now this one I glued on top of itself. I always kind of like to have a base though when I make them. But again, on a straw bag for summer, on a headband. How cute, on a napkin ring. I mean, this is so cute. You could even put a couple in here. I mean, just absolutely adorable. So here I took it a little farther. So I did that same loopy thing that I glued onto cardboard. This is quite a mess on the back. And then I took that piece of cardboard and I wrapped the twine around and around, a button and a jewel. And again, how adorable that is on a package, on the front of a car. I mean, you can use these anywhere you want to use them. Now, the next thing is taking a piece of cardboard and taking strips of tarp. This is a tarp. And I roll it and glue it. Roll it and glue it. And you start in the middle and you go around and around and around and around. Now, you see this is unfinished, but I wanted to show you that's the process. This is finished. Okay, so you can see I've almost glued over the cardboard altogether, but look how cool with a button and a jewel on a headband, as a brooch, on a belt, on a purse, I mean, on a pillow. Just too cute. Anyway, these are the kind of alternative or unusual things you can do. I want to show you right now my favorite punches, and they are the daisy punches. I have this large one. I have medium, which I think is what you're looking at now. And I have small. You might say, you know what, Bonnie, I don't have a bunch of scrapbook paper. I can't do all these other flowers I'm going to show you. Do you get mail? Do you get white envelopes with bills in them? That's what this is. This is envelopes that I punched into daisy shapes, and I got a bunch of little pom-poms, and it's just a little yellow pom-pom in the middle. Look how cute that is. You can take this and put it on top of that. All right, just saying there. Now, punches. Okay, so I have some other punches I really love. This one here. And you can see that's this one. And here's my daisy punch here. So that's the fat one. And then I always like to have one like this that has different kinds. A daisy, a leaf, a dot, so you can make flowers. But I want to show you what I do here. It's all layering, okay? So I start with this large one. Then I put on the daisy punch. Then I put on the small daisy punch here in the middle. And I did it in different colors just to show you, but that's all these flowers are. You can see I have all these flowers here and put them on toothpicks. You can put them in arrangement. You can take the daisy flower, look at this, and just make a collage of things with a, I mean, this is so cute to go on a scrapbook or a tag or anything like that. So if you have these punches, and don't forget your buttons, you can paint them, put jewels on them. You can put pom-poms on them. Here's some centers I have. This would be the very center here. So you can do, here's one with a button. Okay, look how cute that is. You just layer and layer. They have to be different types though, different shapes. Here's some with pom-poms or a button. Now you might say, oh, Bonnie, I'm at the time of my life. I don't want to buy a bunch of punches, okay? If you don't have to. Look at these adorable flowers that you can make. Look at this. I put a little bit of eyelash yarn around that, and that's what these are right here. Okay, you can see that one and that one. And what these are, the petals are leaves. Now this comes from a punch, but you don't have to have that. You can just cut out little leaf shapes, and look, you put them together, and then you could do another level or do a smaller, but I just wanted to show you, you put them all together and you have a flower, and it's so, so adorable. So punches, you can make leaves, you can use twine, tarp, coffee filters, scraps, these lays, or of course you can use crepe paper. I hope you loved it. I hope you got so inspired, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.